AgWeek weather is sponsored by Bremer Bank. Connect with a banker today at bremer.com.
Is this winter weather here to stay? Here's John with our AgriWeather outlook.
As we discussed last week, much colder weather has dropped into the north central part of the United States, and it does look like it's got some staying power. We may be dealing with this for some time. We've also seen down in through at least the north central part of the country some snow, and it looks like more of that is on the way. So for at least a small part of the middle, central, northern part of the United States, we've got winter's arrival, and I do expect it to gradually spread from here. It does look like we've been talking about the status of the overall pattern with La Nina and where the anomalies around the country are and around the world. And I think there's a fair chance that this cold and snowy north central part of the U.S. pattern is one that will repeat itself often during the course of the winter. Jet stream is kind of flip-flopping around in the Pacific Northwest, but the general trend here is troughiness into the Rocky Mountains, spreading out into the Great Plains. It's a little not quite such a cool pattern in the northeastern states, but we got some pretty cold weather that has dropped into right here, the north central middle and the Rocky Mountains. Cold fronts have temporarily knocked some cool weather down into the southern states. I don't look for that to be anything more than a few days of cooler weather, and that will likely eventually retreat northward again. The really cold stuff, near sub-zero highs, that is beginning to manifest itself in the area between Hudson Bay and Alaska from time to time. I think it's mostly going to stay up there, but it does get a little bit closer. Now, with the weather pattern the way it is, some ridging out here in the Gulf of Alaska, there will be a tendency for that cold weather to try to come south, for the moment at least, as we head through the last week of November, Thanksgiving week. I think we'll keep that frigid weather to the north, and I look for it to largely stay up there in December. At least the first week of December, maybe not the entire month. As we head into the first week of December, I think there may be a brush with some of that really cold weather, but I don't think it'll really get too far south. We'll keep the weather near or below freezing all across the northern tier and even into New England part of the time. As I said, the southern states will begin to warm up. South Florida, South Texas look fairly nice. Southwestern states also look pretty good. I don't see any really staying power of cold weather down south. As far as the storms go, on this first weekend coming out of the Rockies, likely a snow system that will spread another swaths of snow across the northern plains. Additional storms in the Rockies will likely just keep their snow in the Rockies. The northern plains likely to dry out. A second storm sometime near Thanksgiving week will spread precipitation in the mid-south. The second week looks a little drier overall without so much heavier precipitation.